Let's do a video. We haven't done one of these in a while. Let's do a Star Wars theory. It's not really a theory. It's more of my opinion.
Okay, yeah, kind of need to poop, but all right. I'll poop.
Okay, what's his name again? Qui-Gon Jinn. Qui-Gon Jinn is basically the ultimate villain of Star Wars. Hold on with me. Remember?
Oh, you're recording?
Yeah. That's why. We talked about this before, but think about it. Yeah, the Jedi don't like parents or whatever, but he could have easily just bought Anakin's mom out of slavery, and maybe they could have lived with her. Plus, you gotta give Anakin more special paths. He's the chosen one. I mean, you let him join as a kid, but Luke, it didn't take too long. I mean, plus they let him join late, and he ended up being far more powerful than everybody else. Except he had the low ground and died later.
Well, you wouldn't have had the situation of Anakin going back to Tatooine, and kind of giving into the dark side and slaughtering
I slaughtered them all, the men, the women, and the children. Then he gets married to the person he tells it up to. But not good, I guess, or bad, I don't know. Think about it. Because Qui-Gon, he didn't want to take his mom. She got killed by the Tusken Raiders, which led to him going mad and killing them all. He killed the men, the women, and the children.
Even when I was watching that first movie, I was surprised that they just left her in bondage and slavery.
Oh my God,
and
bondage!
Went off with the kid, left her.
I don't think it's like that.
Well, bondage being, like imprisonment and slavery.
Oh, okay.
Not like some S&M thing. Bondage means more than that. Shouldn't come out this way. That's all right.
But think about it, because he ends up turning to the dark side, and because of that, he ends up letting Mace Windu get thrown out the window and die. Mm-hmm. And then he gets cut in half, and then he becomes the cybernetic Darth Vader. And because of this, he killed the children. He killed all the little younglings. You come to save us, Anakin. Turns on the lightsaber.
If they had freed his mom and brought her to Coruscant, maybe gave her a job emptying the trash cans at the Jedi Temple or something, and he could have still had.
Could have just let her out of slavery, but
right. He could have had some mother supervision.
Take her back.
Right.
So just let her out.
But his mother still could have visited him, and maybe he would have grown up better, having a little motherly
because of this,
support.
The rebellion had to come. He couldn't have a nice family. He ended up having the. You could even blame the Ewoks on Qui-Gon. You can blame Slave Leia on Qui-Gon. You can blame the destruction of Alderaan on Qui-Gon.
Well, yes, it's
all his fault. Think about it.
If Anakin hadn't turned, would the Republic have fallen and the Jedi have fallen and all that? Maybe not. Probably
it's all
not.
Qui-Gon's fault. Qui-Gon destroyed the Jedi Order because he left some old lady to die. Think about that next time you watch the prequels. Am I right?
I think Qui-Gon bears some responsibility there in retrospect. Yes.
And make him look like this great guy, but due to his one mistake, it led to the fall of the entire Jedi Order. Yeah, they probably would have executed Order 66, but Anakin, he probably would have been able to win. And because of that, he was the one that killed all the Jedi. He killed the more powerful Jedi and stuff. While the clone troopers, they just dealt with the losers.
Well, I think
he could have
the Jedi Order, abandoning his mother and leaving her there, Qui-Gon, but the Jedi too, leaving his mother on that planet and abandoning her, leaving her to a life of slavery, and him not knowing anything about what happened to her or anything, what was going on with her life or anything. I think that undermined the moral authority of the Jedi Order. So it makes it easier for him to one day betray the Jedi.
Are you saying maybe he was right. From my point of view, the Jedi are evil.
Right. Undermines their moral authority. They left her as a slave on a crap hole planet.
Heck, because of the Empire, there was a First Order. Now what did that whole system getting blown up? Because that we can, and please, people hate the sequels, so you could also say we could blame the sequel trilogy on Qui-Gon.
That's true, and all those planets being blown up by the first Death Star and then the Star Killer base. And gosh, billions of people are dead because of him.
Because of Qui-Gon leaving one lady to rot.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, how hard
Qui-Gon
was
cool,
to get her out
but
of there?
I really want to like him. But ever since I realized this, when me and Dad, when we watched the Phantom Menace, I don't like him anymore. He's kind of a terrible person in a way. Yeah, he didn't know what was going to happen, but he was still a jerk to leave her there. But because of him making one dick move, it led to the entire fall of the galaxy. Billions of lives could have been saved. Childhoods would have not have been ruined. And
yes,
the
I think it's fair to re-examine Qui-Gon Jinn because of that error in judgment.
he could have had a nice family. He could have had a nice family that became Jedi and could have led to a new era. But Anakin, but they cut the Qui-Gon. Well, I guess he did one good thing. He made Darth Vader. But that's still bad, actually. But it's bad in universe, but I don't know. Oh yeah. Now I have.
Indeed.
Speaking of this, didn't George Lucas say that Jar Jar Binks was his favorite character?
Yes.
Now I have a non-personal reason to hate him.
Yeah, if you still had any respect left for George Lucas, it's hard to have any left after he said that Jar Jar Binks is his favorite character in the Star Wars universe.
His favorite.
Not Luke Skywalker, not Princess Leia, not Han Solo,
General Grievous.
Yeah. Not even a cool bad guy like Darth Vader.
Out of the
Darth
Gongas,
Maul,
not even one of the cooler
General
ones.
Grievous, yeah.
Not even one of the cooler
Not
ones.
Boba Fett.
Yeah, he was a
Jar
Gungan.
Jar
But
Binks.
what about one of the cooler ones? Like those guys that took down General Grievous. Remember in the Clone Wars, the Gungans defeated General Grievous.
Oh, one of the cool Gungans. Not the.
I think Jar Jar Binks helped him, but I'm not sure. I don't know.
Yeah.
They just drag him away. And the Clone Wars of General Grievous is way weaker.
Mm-hmm. The second Clone Wars, second Clone Wars series.
It's canon. He's basically like, can I become a Jedi? You're too old and you don't have the Force enough to get out of here. I'm salty, so I'm going to turn myself into a cyborg and kill them. That'll teach them.
The first Clone Wars
But then he got shot in the
series,
liver
though, was
and
so
caught on
awesome
fire
that
3 years later.
it will always remain as canon to me.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty awesome.
They can't
It's
have
a great
Frodo
way to
be not
introduce
canon.
General Grievous.
Everybody loves that guy.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right, Captain Fordo.
Yeah,
And those clones that came and rescued those Jedi from Grievous. I mean, that was just a fantastic scene. That whole thing.
I think I know why they don't make it canon. Because they blame Grievous's voice on him getting crushed in the chest. Remember?
But yeah, they do eventually show that Mace Windu does crush his chest.
Yeah,
so,
that's why he has that voice.
Okay,
but that's
right.
probably why they made it not canon, because that would have caused problems with the timeline. It would have destroyed the entire universe for him to have changing voices. Think about it. That's probably why.
They could have just moved the events that happened in the first Clone Wars as happening before the Clone Wars series.
But no, because they had the Phase 2 and stuff, you could probably slice them up to be right. The only thing you would have to change, I'm pretty sure, is what's his name? It's Grievous's voice, and then it would be fine. But because of that, it's not canon because the people made some bad decisions. So whoever decided to not give him that voice until the end is the one to blame. Oh, speaking of General Grievous, did you know that he was good? Did you know in early concepts he was going to be a kid in a chair?
A kid in a chair? I did not know that.
A kid in a floating chair. That was a General Grievous.
That sounds kind of lame.
Exactly. That's probably why they changed it. It was just a kid in a chair. I'm General Grievous. I'm General Grievous. I want to show you my drawing. I don't like Jedi. I don't like Jenny because they wouldn't let me be one. I killed my kindergarten teacher.
It must be some kind of very heavily armed and shielded chair or something. Lightsabers that shoot out the side of the chair or something like that.
A badass coward guy that kills everybody with 4 arms who has bronchitis.
Yeah. But he can twirl those lightsabers really fast like propellers. I mean, that's really cool. that with 4 arms, 4 lightsabers. That's daunting. I thought you were going to say they decided not to make that canon because, you know, Shaggy from Scooby-Doo was in it.
Oh yeah, he was one of the Jedi.
Right.
Grievous is so tough, he defeated Shaggy at 1% of his power.
Shaggy the Padawan.
He defeated Shaggy at 1% of his power. Maybe we should make another video after this.
Okay.
What would the next one be for Star Wars topic?
I don't know, buddy.